Chapter 6. Rahim's Snore. A disorder is a problem or illness which affects someone's mind or body. It can be a state of being untidy, badly prepared, or badly organized. Let's read about one of the disorders in this chapter. Long, long ago, there lived an old man who had a big rice field, a strong horse, and a fine dog. He also had a son whose name was Rahim. Now, this boy had a snore which you would have never heard. No sooner did he lie down in bed, he began to snore. Grrr, grrr. When he snored in, the shutters flap. What's more, the wooden spoons and baskets of the kitchen shelf came clattering down to the floor. So the old man's house was noisier at night than in the daytime. The worst part of it was that the older the boy grew, the louder he snored. As time went by, the old man began to look ill, as he could never get a good night's sleep. One day, the old man and the son were seated on the porch, drinking tea. The old man took a sip of tea and heaved a deep sigh. "What's wrong, father? Are you not well?" asked Rahim. "No, I am not feeling well. Actually, I am not getting enough sleep for a few nights," answered the old man. Rahim was aware of the fact that he snored rather loudly. He thought for a while and said, "You can't sleep soundly at night because I snore so loudly. But don't worry, father. From tonight I will sleep somewhere else so that you can sleep with peace and warmth," said Rahim. "Hey, where would you go?" asked the old man. Just then they heard the horse whining in the stable. "That's it," cried Rahim. "The stable. Yes, I will sleep in the stable with our horse. The horse wouldn't mind my snores," chuckled Rahim. So from that night onwards, Rahim started sleeping in the stable with the horse. The old man had a sound sleep and felt well. Some days later, the old man went up into the mountain to cut wood. He loaded the wood onto a cart for the horse to pull. But there was something wrong. The horse could not budge the cart an inch. "Come on," said the old man. "I have not been sleeping well for last few days, and that is why I am feeling weak," said the horse with a deep sigh. The old man unloaded half of the wood and pushed it from behind. With a lot of effort and difficulty, he managed to reach home. "Why, what happened, Dad?" asked Rahim with a shock when he saw his father pushing the cart. Father told his son about what the horse told him. He was sad to hear all this. Then he decided to sleep with the dog in its shed. So, from the next night onwards, he started sleeping with his dog. After some days, the old man went to the dog's shed to clean it. The dog, which had been very healthy and active, was looking no longer healthy and agile. He had grown skinny as a scarecrow. "Why, what happened to you, dear pet?" said the old man, who was utterly shocked to see his healthy dog in such a mess. The dog breathed a deep sigh. "How can I keep on getting healthy when I don't get proper sleep in the night?" answered the dog. Rahim was silent when he came to know about the dog and his answer. Eventually, he said, "I know. It's all due to my habit of snoring. I will sleep somewhere else so that no one is disturbed." "But where would you go now?" asked the father. Rahim could not tell anything. He went away thinking. "I think frogs wouldn't mind my snoring as they do croak during night," thought Rahim. So that night Rahim slept in the paddy fields on a straw matting by spreading it on the ground. He spread it beside the rice paddies And there he slept. Hundreds and hundreds of tiny frogs croaked in his ears. The next day, father went to see how Rahim had slept that night. The sight was shocking. Hundreds and hundreds of little frogs lay motionless with their front legs pressed hard against their ears. Rahim opened his eyes and saw the scene. It seems that the frogs too could not bear Rahim's snoring and closed their ears. What should I do now? Where should I go now? Where should I sleep without disturbing anyone else? Oh, I'll bust my head, thought Rahim. He decided to go the mountains to sleep as there would be no one to be disturbed. That night poor Rahim took the straw mat and went up to the hill to sleep. There he spread the mat under a tree and lay down to sleep. During the night, it started drizzling. The drizzle turned into a downpour. There was a thunder with flashes of lightning. The rain woke up the old man. The father got worried about his son and decided to go to the mountain to see his son. He was very worried. He started to go out when suddenly a pillar of fire stood beside the door of his house. The old man could not understand what it was. He was frightened. Before he could recover from his shock, there was a knock at the door. Father! Father! Open the door, father! Please! Open the door! It was Rahim's voice. When the old man had thrown the bolt open and had unlocked the door, Rahim ran into the house, drenched from head to foot, and right behind him trailed the biggest man he had ever seen. The old man lighted a lamp to see, but the stranger he saw was too high to lay eyes on him. There were horns on his head, and he was wearing nothing but a loinskin. His skin was blackish red, and his body was quite muscular. He was dripping wet, and his face was ugly. But in spite of all these scary features, he seemed to be gentle and kind-natured. The old man could not utter a word. Rahim said, Father, he is Mr. Thunder. The reddish-black giant bent to greet Rahim's father and said, I am pleased to meet you. I am Thunder and I live way up in the sky. Tonight I heard a sound of thunder coming from the earth. I was surprised. It was so strange that I decided to come down to the earth and find out the sound. I discovered this young man here on the mountain. I asked him how in the world he could make all that thunder when he didn't even have a drum, and he told me that it was only his snoring. But if you ask me, I was surprised to know that how could his snoring only create thunder? He continued, To tell the truth, I am getting old and I haven't got much strength left these days. My drums are worn out too. So I am not able to come out with a very good clap of thunder anymore. If I may ask you for a favor, please allow me to take your son with me up there in the sky and make him snore for us. The thunder bowed politely. Rahim was happy to hear this and said, Yes, father, at least I will find some place where I will be able to sleep peacefully. Don't stop me, father. Let me go and try my luck, father. The old man eventually allowed Rahim to go with Mr. Thunder. With Rahim gone, the frogs in the paddies returned to their croaking, and the dog became fit and healthy. The horse became strong again, and the old man, too, became healthy and happy again. Rahim could also sleep well. The story of Rahim, who went up in the sky to take Thunder's place, soon spread throughout the village. So, now people who earlier were scared of the thunder simply say, That's Rahim, snoring up there again. Don't worry. Chapter